How's everybody doing?
Good. How about you?
Awesome. Thank you.
Ryan, what were your impressions of yesterday's practice, physicality overall that you saw from you guys?
It was good to see tackling, right? It was good. Pads, physical, line of scrimmage play. Thought our guys did some good things, but, see guys go to the ground, make some tackles, and learn a little bit more about the guys. So it was a good day.
Ryan Dewey being out, what does that do to the secondary, and does that maybe open up an opportunity for us?
Yeah, another opportunities for other guys to step up. We're still going through the evaluation process, so it's going to open up an opportunity for everybody. But we'll get him back, and he's a big part of this defense. But that group, they'll step up. They've been doing a good job. So we'll see what happens. We got a long time before our first game, so you'll see a bunch of different combinations still out there from today, tomorrow, all the way through the preseason game. So we'll see how it all unfolds.
What's your early evaluation on how Andre Cisco fits in with your scheme?
Good, really good. He's doing a good job first understanding the scheme. He's in the right place. Fundamentals and technique have been getting better every day. Chris and Corey have been doing a really good job. He's really locked into, his position, where he fits, where he can make plays. He's doing a really good job.
What is it about the scheme maybe that creates opportunities for these safeties? I mean, Jesse Bates last year, for example, with the Falcons, he had an incredible season. Andre Cisco seems to be projected to do something similar. What is it that you guys do to sort of get the most out of that position?
You got to be, first of all, the skill set of the player, like Cisco, very rangy, smart player, physical tackler. So all that, the skill set really, that's kind of what we're looking for. And then, just how we kind of move around and change up the coverages. I think, that does a little bit to the quarterback and where he's going to the ball, and then the ability to be a playmaker. That's something that, you're always looking for to evaluate it, college tape and, as the guy a playmaker, because, you have to have playmakers at that position in this defense.
Building off of that, one guy I feel like we haven't really asked you about is Antonio.
Yeah.
Have you kind of seen him and Cisco develop that chemistry and work in harmony?
Good, really good. He had a heck of a tackle yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it. Ball popped, come down, right shoulder tackle, really physical play. It was really good to see. So he's improving a lot. And I think part of that is learning the scheme. And just, we've been here, 7 days? 8 days? 9, whatever it is now, right? But I think, as the time continues to go, even with everybody, installation is getting close to being done in terms of what we're putting in, a few more things, but then they'll just start playing, and again, and then that's when it really will take off, just the continuation of the reps without changing everything. So he's done a really good job up to this point, but still see more improvement and a bigger jump in his future.
In the cornerback room, what is it going to take for a player to separate themselves from the pack? I mean, it seems like every day there's a different player, like Christian Bradford had a win today, Trey Prince had a win in the ticket today.
Yep.
What is it going to take to kind of get some distance?
Consistency. We're looking for it every day. It's like you said, it's a different guy, every day, and we want to see, whoever that is, and really the whole group, every single day bring it. Fundamentals, technique, scheme, be where you're supposed to be, and then make a play on the ball, consistently. So, just today's another day. We'll continue to evaluate that, but, still looking for a rise from that group.
Does this feel like the dog days of camp right now? Later on in the season, it's really laying into action, kind of how players think back to these tough practices?
Never dog days. Never dog days. It's awesome to be here. Our guys have a great outlook, really tough group, tough-minded group. It's just another opportunity to get better, and we just take one day at a time, one practice at a time, one rep at a time. Guys have done a really good job adopting that mindset. Coach Peterson, which is practice and pushing the guys. But just today's another opportunity. We'll worry about tomorrow when it comes. We'll fix the corrections. So it's all about today.
Just to clarify back to Dewey a little bit, you expect him to be back at some point.
Yes.
And so I guess the question then, I know Doug said yesterday the medical team's still kind of evaluating how much time he would miss.
Yeah.
As you're evaluating this group, is it, hey, I need to know who is the Dewey week one, or how do you prepare these young guys potentially to say you need to step in?
Stay with the process. stay with the process of continuing our installation, fundamentals, technique, teaching. Again, we still have, until we play Miami week 1, we've still got a long time. You know, we're still a month out, you know, and so what we're still continuing to do is develop the players day in and day out. And then when the preseason games come, then when you see the guys out there and we'll evaluate, you know, when the bullets are live in preseason and you got to, you know, make the play when you're tackling and things like that, and you go through 3 preseason games and another week of camp, and then it comes down to, okay, and do we have a rotation? Do we have 2 guys? Is there 3 guys? Is there 4 guys? Because ultimately, we talked about this the first time. Injuries happen. I mean, stuff happens. And so next man up mentality, it's our job as coaches to get everybody ready.
You are very much in favor of 3 preseason games. The idea of potentially a preseason game being taken away, preseason games in totality being taken away. Do you feel like we need them for the evaluation process?
Whatever they tell us to do, we'll do. So if it's 3, if it's 2, you know, whatever it is, we'll just continue the process. I mean, that's what we're about. It's a day in and day out evaluation process, developing the players getting better, bringing it every day. You know, and then we look at the body of work. When it's all said and done, the body of work, you know, from day 1 to the last day, you know, before we get into game week, what did the player do? How do we evaluate him? What does he do well? And can he go out there? Do we trust him to go out there and play for our defense and for our team?
It looks like your linebackers have really been rolling downhill against the run. What have you seen from that group so far?
They've done a good job. Matt House, he's got them coming downhill, you know, and you watch their individual. I mean, every day they start out with, you know, shuffle run, angle tackles, downhill tackles, box tackles. You know, it's been a big emphasis. And you got to have the players to do it, you know, like you look at our guys, you know, big, strong, physical. We got a smart group. We just got to continue to do it.
A couple of days in pads for the young defensive linemen, Smith, Jefferson, Cole. What have you seen from those guys?
Improvement. Mason had a pretty good day yesterday. It wasn't all perfect. Striking blocks, using his hands, getting off blocks. So it's been really good to see. You know, a player who has not a lot of time on task with his, you know, college career and, you know, just recently with a couple injuries. So it's been really good to see his consistency in the things that he's been doing. You know, Jordan's, you know, the last couple of days, I know he got nicked up the other day, but he's come back tough. He's played real physical, good with his hands. And then, you know, Mason, he's a big body at end, does a really good job in the run game. Still got to work on some pass rush things. All young players, you know, pass rush in the National Football League is different than in college. You know, bigger guys, more athletic, things like that. So they're getting better. We're going to push them. They're getting better. Look for them to continue to get better and rise their play.
2 or 3 more. Ryan, what's your early evaluation of Devin Lloyd?
So Devin, loved the work ethic, the mental coming in. You know, he wants to know exactly where to be. You know, his detail, his stance, alignment. You know, his keys. You know, where he's looking. And then when he's playing, at first, you know, being a new scheme, new coach, you know, new fundamentals and techniques, sometimes it takes a little bit of, hey, I've got to get a few reps under my belt. And the last 3 or 4 practices, he made a play on a screen yesterday, shot out, I mean, split 2 linemen. It was like, made the tackle. That was really good to see. He's playing more free, more fast recently. So just continue to see, you know, we talked about, hey, the scheme is, we're going to eventually slow down the installation part. You know, one of our things was throw a ton at the players early, really stress them mentally and in the camp, and then get the installation in and the basis of what we do, 80-90% of the stuff, and then let them play for the rest of camp. And so with him is, all right, so now he's starting to have a little bit of success and just keep playing free. You know, mentally and free and run and hit and play fast. And that's the best stuff that he does.
This might be a little word jumble. When you're evaluating players, does it help you that you're new here, that you don't have, you know, experience with them from last year, the year before, whenever? Like, obviously, you watch film on all of the guys and things like that, but when you're evaluating them, does that help you as a coach?
Yeah, you always want to be objective, right? Like, you know, anywhere you do 10 years you're at a place, you be objective, not let the emotional relationship, one way or the other get into it. But yes, at the very beginning, you go in there and you say, hey, everybody's got a clean slate. We start every year, everybody's got a clean slate. What you did last year won't matter. It's what you do, this day and this year, so we've told the guys, hey, look, everybody's going to get an opportunity, and so what you do with your opportunity, what you do with your reps, it doesn't matter who it's against. That's what we're looking for, and so you're seeing a lot of guys go out there with the different groups, 1, 2s, 3s, whatever. We don't have that. Coaches put down the rotation. Guys go out there. You're seeing different defensive combinations every day. It's what those guys do with their reps, and that's how we evaluate them, and that's kind of the whole process. Objectively, yeah, you're looking at, you just don't want to get the emotions in the evaluation process.
Justin.
Talking to the different defensive players, each one has said they've taken something different from you away. Trayvon mentioned working with you on his hands, movements and stuff. Josh has talked about you in footwork. Andre's talked about you in upbeat and energy and stuff. Do you try and talk to each player about things you notice about them intimately?
Yeah, it's relationships. It's one of the things you really like about being a coach is relationships with the players. You have lunch or you have breakfast or, interactions with the guys. You learn a little bit about them, what kind of makes them tick and things like that. But ultimately, what we're here is try to help everybody. Each player, nobody's the same. So each guy, one guy needs to work on this, one guy needs to work on this. But we want to focus on being positive, upbeat. Football's fun. I mean, football it's tough, it's fun. We want to keep it that way. Fly around, have fun. Have relationships with the guys. It just means more. You have more fun with the guys when you actually know them, and so that you know them as people, not just the players. So there's a lot of combination to that. I think our staff does a good job with that. Our players have been very receptive, have good conversations with guys just about anything. So one of our favorite things about coaching is that relationship part and being able to talk to the guys about those certain different things. Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.